Now we're cooking. Hi everyone, this is Matt. Sorry that took so long to get on, but this is Facebook Live. I'm the Director of Education for Nutritional Therapy Association, and looks like we're jamming now. For some reason, the live video feature on Facebook wasn't loving me today, but just saying hi from beautiful Colorado, which is where I live. Just a little bit of background as we kind of get into the session here. I've been with Nutritional Therapy Association about a year and a half now. As the Director of Education, spent 15 years before that in higher education and corporate training, and the last 4 or 5 years more in endurance sports side of things, so working with Ironman athletes. And that's actually what got me interested in nutritional therapy, was more the performance side. How can we live on something other than bars and gels is usually what I say. And ended up I was doing some consulting work with Nutritional Therapy Association around the education side of the business, and decided after getting to know the team that it was such a great mission and such a great organization that they'd have to force me to leave. So hope to be with the team for a long time. I think our mission of healing the world and the beauty that we have such an engaged tribe of students, graduates, staff, and faculty is awesome. I haven't ever worked with an organization of such caring and compassionate people, and that part is what's really exciting about the work that we get to do every day. And on top of that, knowing that our graduates go out and make a difference in people's lives, that they're going out and helping heal chronic illness just by addressing foundational issues in nutrition. So I have the pleasure today of talking a little bit about the nutritional therapy consultant program, and something that at least gets me really excited is talking about our educational programs, what makes NTA's education different, and what makes the nutritional therapy consultant versus the nutritional therapy practitioner programs different as well. So I'm going to start a little bit higher level and talk just a little bit about what we believe on the educational side of NTA makes us special and makes us different. There's a couple non-negotiables that you'll find as a part of any NTA education. One is that we believe in balancing a contemporary and both a contemporary and an ancestral perspective. As if you're checking out different nutrition schools, or if you've been around nutrition for a while, it can almost be like a religion. Like, I do this diet, I do this diet. NTA does not believe that one diet or one protocol works for everyone. So we believe in balancing what our ancestors did that worked for thousands of years and continues to work, as well as what's new and cool and coming out in contemporary research, and looking at that through the lens of bioindividuality, which means that it is going to be a different protocol for everyone. Not everyone can be keto. Like I said, I'm an athlete, and if I ate just fat all day, probably wouldn't be a good story for performance. At least that's what the research says. There's a couple docs out there that would probably disagree with me. So anyway, we look at that bio-individual perspective, contemporary, ancestral. We also believe that our program's goal is to create effective and efficient practitioners. So everything we do and what we pride ourselves on at NTA is being the stake in the nutrition world, not just because a lot of our people like meat because of the ancestral perspective, but because we want to offer the most content and high quality education or high quality learning for our practitioners that we possibly can in the most effective period of time, so that they can go out and start a practice and work with clients and heal the world right away. That's our priority, is efficient and effective. So that's why we use either the online or blended model for educational programs. The other key thing that we're very particular about is that all of our courses are instructor led. Any course that we offer that has a certification attached to it or is teaching practitioners is led by one of our hand-selected instructor team. And that's truly, to me, the gift of my job, is I get to work with some pretty amazing instructors. And we don't just go out and pick people who are awesome practitioners and say, hey, teach a class, figure it out. We spend a lot of time and resources in making sure that our instructors are both subject matter experts, that they're going to know those foundations backwards and forwards and be able to give you clinical pearls in your education program that you're not going to get from just the video content that we create at NTA, but also that those instructors are great educators and have a passion and a true calling to teach. So we hand select our whole instructor team. So like I said, that's kind of the 30,000 foot view of what all of our programs encompass. I'm going to talk a little bit specifically about the NTC program. We have 2 certifications at NTA, as most people know. We have the NTC program and NTP program. The NTP program that we're not talking about today is our clinical program. So that's for practitioners that really want to work in a therapeutic clinical setting with their clients, mostly in a one-on-one practice. The NTC program is designed for people to be consultants. That's the name. We want people to consult on food choices, lifestyle choices that make systemic differences in the long term for the clients that an NTC is working with. So we see a lot of NTCs working in like group coaching programs, educational programs. A lot of the bloggers that you see out there that are NTA graduates are NTCs. So they're really working to educate the masses about nutrition and foundational health. So like I said, that's really the big difference between the 2 programs, is that is NTP is more acute, therapeutic management with one-on-one clients, where NTC might be broader based, real food solutions, group coaching and education programs. So what's different for this May? Why are we really excited about NTC this May? We have, there's a couple differences in the program. We're adding some new modules that we're pretty excited about to really focus on that lifestyle and consultant piece of things. So those modules are sleep, stress, and movement, which we believe is actually foundational now for any nutritional protocol. You can't digest if you're not in a parasympathetic state. So calming down, lowering stress levels, moving helps for all of the foundations. So we'll be adding a sleep, stress, and movement, environmental factors, looking at like EMFs and how those play into things, what kinds of toxins can be in your environment. We're looking at another new module. It's actually 2 modules, is culinary healing, which I think our team is most excited about. So that's actually a deeper dive into sourcing. So we say, right now we teach like slow, local, looking at local, sustainably sourced, organic for most food sources. If you can, getting it directly from the farm. We want people not just to know who their farmer is, but what that farmer is putting in the dirt that they're farming. So we're looking at regenerative farming practices, those kind of things. In that class, but also teaching the cooking side of things. So how are you teaching people how to prepare properly prepared nutrient dense meals? You'll actually have real cooking demos and assignments around teaching people how to cook as a part of the culinary healing module. Another thing that we're doing is updating the client consultation process for May. So you'll be doing more motivational interviewing and looking at lifestyle and phased phased recommendations for people based on that. You'll be doing the NTCs for May are going to be doing some new projects that are more community based and educationally based, pantry clean out, some things like that. So the instructors will be leading you through some new projects to help more on that, like I said, that educational and consultant based learning. So again, those are the new things that we're excited about. Of course, we say the foundations at NTA are core curriculum like digestion, blood sugar regulation, hydration, mineral balance. Those are like our version of reading, writing, and arithmetic, or as our friends down under say, maths. That's one of my favorite words. So those are evergreen. They never change. Of course, there's tweaks that we make term over term to those kind of things, but it's based in an ancestral perspective, so it's been around forever, but we're balancing that with contemporary research. So for this May version, we're using some of our legacy online content for the foundational portion, and we're adding those new modules, whereas this coming September, we're also going to be refreshing some of that foundational content. So you'll see some new stuff coming out in September as well. And we've gotten the question a little bit like, well, what does that mean for me in May? I'm getting some of these legacy video lectures, that kind of stuff, but I'm getting the new stuff. What does that mean? Like, why would I choose May over potentially waiting until September when I'm going to see some of those updated videos? One of the cool things I think we do at NTA that honestly in 15 years in higher ed I've never seen is we provide lifetime access to the newest content that you're certified in. So anytime we update a module, this is a new thing where this will release late 2018, early 2019. So for any alums that are watching this, yes, it's coming. But it's something we're figuring out still on the back end of our website. We'll be transparent about that, but you'll have lifetime access to the newest videos, newest reference materials that we put out. We believe that that's our duty to make sure our practitioners who are current are always informed and have the newest and latest, greatest information in the areas that they're certified in. So the cool thing for May is you'll get access to the legacy stuff. Plus, when you're done with the program, you'll get to see you'll get access to that new content right away when you graduate. The other cool thing is we really believe that even though those core modules are evergreen, they never, they're things that never, while we tweak them and maybe add some new thoughts to them, the foundational principles never change. Because we're refreshing those for September, we felt like doing business and be, like we said, our job is to deliver the best. One of our mission critical things for NTA is that we always provide the best value that we can for our students for the money that they're investing. We take that investment very seriously. So for May, NTC students, we are the tuition for NTC is $5,400 US, starting in September. For May, it will be $4,400. So the May students, because we're using the legacy videos and we know that a refreshment is coming out shortly, to help you make that decision to enroll in the May class, we're offering that $1,000 discount for those folks. Something that we never do. We believe in offering a valuable program at a valuable price, so we rarely do discounts outside of our scholarship program. So I know I talked a lot. That's the quick and dirty version of what's going on for NTC this coming May. Know that we're really excited about it. This is a program that we feel is essential to healing the world and essential to creating great practitioners globally. So we're excited. Oh, I did forget to mention that while the NTC program continues to be instructor-led, it is completely online. So the May rollout will be all online. So literally we have students already signed up from all around the world. So that's something I'm personally really excited to see, is how like we have a student from Russia, a student from Thailand, how will they work, how will the cohorts learn from each other and gain perspective on how those foundations look different in different cultures and places where food availability is different than potentially the US or Australia, where we have in-person classes now. So that's another cool benefit of it being an online only program. We also will have our same instructor staff, and I didn't mention the other. I got excited. If you can't tell, it's something pretty cool to us. So I probably forget things, but the one thing I wanted to mention is that we will have group mentors in the online environment. So groups of 15 students will be assigned a volunteer alumni mentor to work with you throughout the class and help coach you through the program. So again, we're excited to have those group mentors joining us in May as well. But if anyone has questions, feel free to fire them off. That's really what I'm here for. I'm seeing a lot of hearts and thumbs up, which at least makes me feel good, and a few of this is exciting and awesome, so I'm glad people are enjoying it. So thank you for the patience as we got started today. I hope you enjoyed our view here in beautiful Boulder, Colorado. It's nice out, and couldn't help but being outside, getting a little bit of extra vitamin D for the call today, to make sure that you guys got a nice view as well. My office is kind of boring. So thanks again for investing your time in NTA. Know that we take any investment seriously, and we're excited to have you join us in May for the new NTC program.